Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to read a wonderful book, and it's called The Tea Party in the Woods. Are you ready? Let's read. That morning, Kiko had awoken to a winter wonderland. It had snowed all night. Now her father was off to Grandma's house to help clear the sidewalk. "Is this the pie for Grandma?" Kiko asked her mother, spotting the box near the door. "Oh dear," her mother said. "Your father forgot to take it with him." "I can still catch up to him," said Kiko. "All right," said Mother, "but hurry and be careful." And look at that pie in that box that she is going to take to Grandma's house. Now, Grandma's house was on the other side of the woods, so Kiko set out, carefully following her father's footsteps in the fresh snow. The woods were very still and so quiet. Kiko's footsteps were the only sound. There she is, walking through the woods. Can you see the footsteps? After a while, Kiko spied a figure up ahead in a long coat and a hat. "Papa," she called out as she tried to catch up to him. She was struggling in the deep snow and stumbled. The pie box got crushed. Kiko felt like crying, but her father was almost out of sight by now, so she picked up the box and hurried after him. And there she is, and there's that pie box all crushed. Kiko followed her father all the way to a strange house. "Has this always been here?" Kiko wondered. She couldn't remember having seen it before. She watched as her father went inside, and it was a big house. Curious, Kiko peered through the window. She watched as he took off his long coat and hat. But wait, that wasn't her father at all. Kiko had been following a great, big, let's see if you can guess. It's a bear. "Are you here for the tea party?" asked a kind voice. Kiko turned to see a little lamb standing nearby. "This way," said the lamb, gently taking Kiko's hand and leading her inside the house. And there they are. Kiko couldn't believe her eyes. At what did the other animals say when they saw her all sitting around that table having tea? Oh my gosh. "Welcome," they cheered. A small rabbit led Kiko to her seat. "You must be cold," said a boar. "Please, come in. Warm yourself. We're about to serve the tea," said the rabbit. "You're just in time." There they are. Once everyone was seated, a doe stood and began to speak. "Thank you all for coming on this cold winter day. We have a special guest with us, What is your name, my dear? Kiko's heart was racing. She gathered up all her courage and she said, My name is Kiko. I was bringing this pie to my grandma. And let's see them all sitting at the table having tea. The animals all began to speak excitedly. That's so brave of you going all by yourself. Your grandmother will be so pleased. Please, here, have something to eat. Everyone wanted to talk to the special guest. Kiko began to feel a bit braver. Over the noise, one of the rabbits spoke up. Is this the pie for your grandmother in this crushed box? Kiko looked down. Yes, but I fell, and now I think the pie is ruined. The animals glanced at one another. Well, if it's pie you need, we have plenty of pie to share. Slice by slice, they assembled a new pie on a pretty plate. Each piece had a different filling of seeds and nuts and fruits and other delicious things gathered from the woods. And look at that. Isn't that a pretty pie? The doe carefully placed the plate into a new box and tied it up with a red ribbon. How nice, said Kiko. She was so excited that she wanted to take the pie to Grandma at once. And the animals said, well, we'll come too. And off they went. The woods were filled with joyful sounds as everyone paraded to Grandma's house, singing and laughing and playing their musical instruments as they walked. This way, called the animals. Kiko held the box very tightly this time as she walked. And there they are, having their parade in the woods, on their way to Grandma's house. At last, they reached Grandma's house. Now go on, said the animals, encouraging Kiko, standing behind her in the woods. There's Kiko. She's got the pie for Grandma. Kiko knocked on the door and called out, Grandma, I brought you a pie. Grandma and Kiko's father appeared at the door. They were surprised. Kiko handed them the box. My dear, did you come all this way on your own? Asked Grandma as Kiko walked in the house. Kiko looked around, but the animals were nowhere to be seen. And Kiko said, well, you're never alone in the woods. And she gave a smile. She was sure that her new friends were listening. And I bet they were listening as Kiko and her dad and Grandma went in the house. And what do you suppose happened next? They opened that box and they ate that pie. And that's the story of the tea party in the woods. I hope you enjoyed the story. Take care. Bye-bye.